What's going on, guys? TFTV here. We got Trell. We got Jaylen. What are y'all telling me, man?
Hey, man. Just glad to be back.
Glad to be back.
And a little bit better spirits than we were the other day. Obviously, you get some time to take in what all happened.
Right?
What all happened over the little weekend we had.
Right. What are you thinking? This is going to be our draft recap show. And we're just going to go over these picks, man. We got Skoronski in the first round, Levis in the second round, Tajay Spears, the running back from Tulane, in the third round, Josh Wiley, the athletic tight end from Cincinnati, Jaylen Duncan, the athletic tackle from Maryland, right?
Mm-hmm. And
then we got the hometown kid, Colton Dowell from UT Martin, who tore up Tennessee. Tennessee fans that know him well.
Easy.
So I guess we'll start with first we'll go through each draft pick, let everybody know what we think, and then we'll give an overall grade too.
More time on some than others, but
right, of course. So we'll start with the more universally liked pick, the Skoronski out of Northwestern, 6'4", 313-pound offensive tackle / guard, who I think is probably going to be more of a guard for us. What do you think about the pick, Trell?
I think that's a certified future All-Pro guard if I ever seen one.
Right.
It may be tackle. I don't really know about the arm thing. I ain't really into the analytics of long arms versus short arms at tackle. But I think for what we need and kind of our scheme, he'll probably be a guard either way because he is still super athletic. And
right.
He got some. I wouldn't say super athletic, but he got that little Jason Kelsey. Like he know how to play lineman.
Exactly. The way he moves people, once he gets his hands on a guy, he's moving around, shuffling around. I think that's more suited to guard in our scheme than anything else, honestly. What do you think about it, Jaylen?
It's an A pick.
A pick?
Not A+, not A-. It's an A pick for sure.
Right.
Based on what Bwill and Rand were saying, they were drafting the best available. And he definitely at 11 was the best available.
Yeah.
100%.
He was top 10. I think everybody obviously had him graded the highest out of all of them coming out. I think just Paris Johnson, you can't really match a 6'7", 320 freak of nature. Like you can't. I can see why someone would draft him higher. Even Darnell Wright. The only thing about him was he had maybe some character issues, but at the same time, you cut on that tape versus Alabama, you see one or two pressures from Will Anderson that got picked third. So
he doing his thing.
Yeah. So I think you kind of gotta take that with a grain of salt that he's the third picked O-lineman. He was really still great at the top and probably the safest out of all three of the linemen.
Right. I think Paris Johnson probably went ahead of Skoronski. I mean, they're both evenly, I'd say, talented maybe. Skoronski's a little less athletic. But I think what also got Johnson over the line is, man, he's got that attitude, that Trent Williams attitude is I'm your tackle. Ain't nobody going to get past me.
Hey, listen.
He's got that in him.
I think it was probably tied until I seen that video of him on the pro day where he jumped in the air, turned around, and did a goddamn perfect-ass back pedal. I said, oh, yeah, it might be over with for us getting that boy.
For sure.
Ever since that, I've seen him like in top 10. He was never dropped. He never dropped past the top 7 again after that.
He was not going to be a top 10 pick, but I also think who was it? Texans trading back up to get Will Anderson also messed up a lot of things with that.
Man, they screwed everybody with that. More so us, And I think them doing that was partly influenced by the leak of us going after D-Hop. I mean, he's got some history in Houston. They don't want to face him and Stroud 2 times a year. They would catch hell like how Amy caught hell when AJ was smashing on all the DBs up in Philly, and the fans are flicking off the owners. You know what I mean? They're not gonna have that.
Yeah, they were definitely blowing smoke to the entire media because they had to have that plan.
Yeah,
I think they knew the whole time. Like, yeah, we're gonna grab. I don't think they knew they were gonna go back up, but I think maybe that's probably something the head coach pushed for. Like, hey, I know y'all want this quarterback. Obviously, I'm a defensive person, so might as well go all in on this year. If you got 2 people you like and you can make it happen, you might as well make it happen. I don't see no reason why not to.
We're gonna have to start conniving against Stroud now. I don't know if I saw you already started doing your little thing. I'm probably finna send him an invite to that little mocha party shit that
I'm
was at.
Send him to the mocha party.
I'm gonna send him to that mocha party. Get him suspended to maybe 4 or 5 games.
Man,
we gotta do what we gotta do, man.
Houston will distract a player.
They'll get the best out of man. Houston will. I know from
Nashville can distract a player.
It can too.
You see what Nashville did to Isaiah Wilson? Had that boy. The white girls had him doing donuts down Charlotte Avenue. So.
Hey man. Then he started rapping like.
Yeah, bro. Gigi Bowser, man. I don't know. I know. I feel like for like somebody like Stroud, Houston is just as dangerous as Broadway could be for old Levi's, man, or Levis. I'm gonna stop
sure.
disrespecting his name today.
Yeah, we're gonna start pronouncing his name right, man. He's our quarterback.
Yeah,
you know,
man. He not yet. We to be determined, man.
Well, that brings us.
One more year out of Tannehill.
Is that what you think's gonna happen? You think we're gonna stick with Tannehill for another year?
Yeah, but you go ahead and announce the next pick.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I guess we're leaning into it already, man.
Right, a good segue into by popular demand, the most liked draft pick of Titans history, Will Levis.
You need to talk more on this because I ain't gonna lie, 4 days before the draft, Bwill texted me like, man, I'm starting to kind of like Levis a little bit, to like Levis. And then the day before the draft, he changed to Stroud for whatever reason. So I think that's more so.
Rumors.
Man, he wanted Stroud. I mean, he wanted Levi's, and he wanted to move up for Levis the entire.
I didn't want to move up for Levis.
You wanted Levis.
I wanted Levis, but not move up for him now. And I ain't gonna really say I even wanted him. I was coming around to being content with him.
You was advocating for. You think he ended up being pretty good. That's what you was advocating for.
If we traded up for a quarterback, it needed to be CJ.
For sure.
Obviously, that couldn't happen. I did not think AR would go so high.
Yeah, man. But Indy jumped on him.
Yeah, they did. But since we did get Will Levis in the second round, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I was not mad at it.
I'm not gonna say it. I wasn't mad. I was very upset. But after I thought about it, I was like, man, if you'd have told me 2 weeks ago that all right, but we're gonna end up with Skoronski and we're gonna end up with Levis, I would have been like,
you would have been content.
I'd have been very content with it. But when you see a player fall out the first round, just like we seen Malik Willis fall out of the second round last year, you still think like, bro, maybe they know something. I don't know if you watched that Draft Day movie, but when Bo Callahan dropped, motherfuckers think, hey, bro, I think they might know something I don't know. I need to figure out what they know that I don't know.
Right.
Well, you see, they were saying that one, that they were trying to trade back up into the first round to get Will.
Exactly.
Two, they were saying that he had some toe injury or something.
Yeah, he had a toe injury. What's it called? That was turf toe though.
He played with that all year, didn't he?
Yeah, he played with that all year.
So I mean, he's a tough son of a gun. If you watch the tape, especially that 2022 tape, man, he's getting killed. That offense line, they looked like they had 5 Dennis Dailies on that offense line in Kentucky last year.
I think that's the only thing that made like Mike Vrabel respect him a lot more. Is you watch that tape, bro? He tough as nails. Like he not a quarterback. He like a football player.
Yeah.
So he not out there moving to save his body. None of that. None of that. He literally just going out there to play football. You can tell he a football player. He like playing football.
Right.
Unlike some other quarterbacks like Kyler not gonna do that, bro.
No, he's not. And that I think that's where the Josh Allen comp sort of come from is when you see him running the ball, dude. He's not sliding. He's not trying to get around guys. He's running through guys. He's running over. He's many times on tape. He's running over safeties and taking linebackers head up. Man, he's a strong runner.
It's not gonna slide, but
I wouldn't continue to do that. I think there's a time and a place for that. Josh Allen obviously do a little too much, but I wouldn't mind it. Like, hey, bro, if it's 3rd and 15, you get there out there in the running.
Right.
And you got to jump forward instead of slide and go ahead and jump forward, get us that first down. But I think he competitive.
Right.
So that's part of it.
Now, I will say, because I do remember, like, just how you said that kind of garnered respect from Vrabel and maybe more of the coaching staff. When Tannehill first started in 2019, I think we were playing KC, and he put his head down and tried to run over
and got helicoptered or something, I think.
Oh yeah.
He tried to run dude over on the 2-point conversion. I mean, he got in the end zone, but he definitely
he was running. He was running right, and then he instead of trying to get around the guy, he took it right upfield and ran through him. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So, that's a good if you want to compare the two. I think that's good, but that's not gonna last.
Right.
Like I said,
not very sustainable.
He 230.
He's 6'4", 230.
He's solid, bro. You see, that's another thing that Colin Cowherd was talking about. Like he on Instagram flexing and shit in front of the mirror. Like he a big dude. He's like, you don't really see too many quarterbacks that like got the build that Will Levis do, bro.
I'd like to honestly see him playing at 240, 245, get a little closer to Allen's weight. He's already durable, but him running at 240, 245 would make it even more easier on him to sort of mitigate injuries possibly.
Nah, I think he's good at 230 though, because 230 is a solid size. Like
it is.
Lamar Jackson was 200 and got up to 230, and that's his big playing weight. And Lamar probably about the same height, but obviously a lot more weight in his legs. Will Levis' upper body strong too.
Exactly.
So I think it's just kind of about how he carries. You don't want to take away from his little bit of athleticism that he still do got left. Cause that's not gonna last forever. So
right, because he can still sort of make a guy miss.
Yeah, like a little shifty, a little Louisville tape. He got shifty in the midfield, jumped over the guy. Yeah, he like hurdling people. That's something to be worried about too.
Right.
It's gonna make for some good highlights, but it worries me a little bit.
A little bit.
Overall, I'd give that a B plus.
B plus.
Yeah. B plus.
I say for the pick, if I'm being non-biased, I give about a B. But if I'm being biased on like who I wanted and how I would have wanted us to go, I'd give it a D. But I understand the value in it. He was a first round quarterback, and we got him in the second. So
right.
I'm not sure how old Will Levis is, but
he's 24.
24. Hendon Hooker's 24.
No, he's 23. He's 23. He's 23. Yeah,
okay.
That's a good age.
I know Hendon Hooker's 25, and he's probably going to need it a year. He's going to at least need till about maybe November to get 100% healthy.
Exactly.
So
I'm not mad at it.
I'll give that a B, but I do think Hendon Hooker's like ceiling is a little higher than Will Levis's.
Right.
Nah,
True.
I don't think that. Nah, because Hendon's ceiling, he wasn't even the highest ceiling at Tennessee last year. I think Hendon's ceiling was last year. If you see him play like that again, like last year was his ceiling. Honestly, in my head.
Well, if he came to the Titans, I might be incorrect. I might have to bite the bullet on that one because we don't have the weapons.
Yeah.
Right.
And Tennessee's offense, offense is very.
Yeah, he got some. I mean, if he ended up with Lions, they got some weapons too. But I think his ceiling is literally like, I'm gonna get the ball to the playmaker, and I'm not gonna turn over the ball. That's his ceiling. Like that's. Yeah. And that's not bad at all.
That's no more than what we have now.
He's not changing the game though either.
Right. Levis has I think Levis fits us a lot more right now because he can improvise a lot better than Hendon can. We're going to need a little bit of improvisation with our offense. We don't have the best of weapons. Our O-line is somewhat turned into a strength, in my opinion. Yeah. But we still got to have a quarterback there that can improvise.
Yeah.
So another thing I wanted to ask. So Jaylen doesn't want Tannehill, or he wants Tannehill to stick around this year. What do you think, Trell? Do you want us to cut him as a June 1st save? I think we're saving what?
Well, what are we gonna do with that money though?
Nothing.
You would trade for a receiver, I'd assume. That's what I would hope.
How we gonna? What do we
don't have any
ain't no trading for a receiver.
You mean the cap space?
Trading for a receiver is over with. We can pick up a cut receiver like somebody like a Corey Davis could pick up, and we're not gonna need that money. He gonna get cut.
I don't think he'll get cut.
There's value in him. I don't think they'll cut him.
Nah, I think they've had talks of him being cut.
They've had talks of trading him. I don't know about cutting him.
I've seen cuts, but even then, it's like a 7th round pick. Like it ain't too many receivers that's just being traded that would even help us. Like there's Jarvis Landry out there. Maybe Jarvis is probably
he wants Odell money.
Yeah,
little exactly. South Odell money. That ain't happening.
We're not giving him Odell money.
What is it?
I'm not. I don't want to give out the money just to give it out though, because we have it. I think that would be the problem. Like if we cut Tannehill, it'll literally be us just to give it away to somebody that probably. It ain't that useful. Like we might end up in another one. Rand not giving out no long-term contracts right now. We not in that spot. Like if you come to us, you're gonna be on a prove-it deal anyway.
Of course.
So we don't need that extra money this year anyway.
Yeah, he did.
So I'd rather had a security of still keeping Tannehill this year. And if we need Will or Will looks comparable to Tannehill, then yeah, we play him. But
Rand did sign like three-year prove-it deals.
Everybody prove-it deals. If you got signed, you got signed on a prove-it deal.
They can get cut next year and it don't hurt us at all.
Yeah,
they can be kept and it doesn't hurt us. So.
That's going to give us an astronomical amount of cap space next year. I'm looking forward to next year more so than this year. Of course, I hope we're competitive this year. I think we can compete for the division. No more than that.
That's my reason for keeping Tannehill because, one, you already paid him. So I'm not sure how much of that money will be dead after you cut him pre or post-June. So
it's just not like I don't think we're going to get our money's worth out of that money. Like more than just having the security of Tannehill there. Right. Like if we do want to play Will all the year, which we probably shouldn't. We should probably wait till like week 5, week 6, obviously. Tannehill probably get banged up somewhere along the way anyway, knowing how we play football. So I think we should probably just wait on that, let it happen naturally, then fucking spring them in there, not have nobody but Malik Willis to back him up, which would be, I mean, we tanking already. Like, it seemed to me like, I ain't gonna say tanking, but we gonna have a top 10 pick next year, it's looking like.
Hope so,
Maybe. I'd take a playoff season or a top 10 pick. I don't want to be in the middle like we was again. Like, if we're gonna lose that many games, let's just go ahead and lose 2 more and be in the top 10.
That's why I say get rid of Tannehill. Because you're gonna guarantee, Levis is gonna get his experience this year, and when we have that $80 million worth of cap space open up next year, he's already got that year under his belt. It's not going to be some filling out process.
He don't need a whole year though. He just needs like 10 games. We better off let's do 5 games of Tannehill, see how it's going.
Right.
If we go fucking 2-3, put Levis in there.
What would be the point of getting a top 10 pick next year? Are we still going for CJ? Not CJ.
Nah.
Caleb?
Well, could you trade up for Marvin?
It depends on what Levis is. I think there's 3 good quarterbacks at least that I see next, maybe 4. That kid from LSU did a lot better in the second half. So I think he's going to creep up into the first round. Then they're going to have Joe Milton, which is like Anthony Richardson, but already more refined than Anthony Richardson. Literally got the same Anthony Richardson arm. Like when you watch them, they look kind of identical on tape. He's not as fast as Anthony Richardson.
Right. But
the arm and the way they play the game, they have the same thing. But
somebody's going to fall in love with
him. He's more accurate too now.
Yeah.
He might end up passing Drake May. And then obviously you got Drake May, safe guy, and then Caleb Williams is
that guy.
Supposed to be the next Pat Mahomes. So
for sure.
I think we'll at least be close to be able to be in a better position to move up on one of them too.
Hopefully these teams next year, some of these teams fall in love with these quarterbacks. It's supposed to be a decent quarterback class unless Marvin Harrison Jr. fall a little. But that's a pipe dream.
That is.
I mean,
he's already first round talent.
Oh no, top half of the first round, top 10. He's a dog.
But which teams would even be looking for?
I'm trying to think.
Any team that got a quarterback.
Minnesota's gonna be looking for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Minnesota, okay, that's one.
Any team that has
the Raiders will be looking for a quarterback.
Yep.
They might, but they got Jimmy. Okay, New England.
New England will be looking.
Maybe Atlanta.
Maybe
Atlanta could be. New Orleans won't be. Who did Tampa get? Tampa's gonna be looking.
If the Rams have another down year, they'll grab one.
Depending on
who,
but
how Jordan Love does.
They got Stetson.
They could be in the market for a quarterback.
Yeah, it's possible.
They did get Stetson.
And the Buccaneers.
That was crazy.
Okay, the Buccaneers. I think Washington actually likes Sam Howell. That's why they got rid of Heineke.
Yeah.
You didn't hear a sniff about Washington trying to get a quarterback either. You know,
I think they like Sam Howell.
So hopefully that first round next year is pretty quarterback.
We're gonna be in like one of 5 teams that are actually looking for a QB next year.
Maybe.
I know we're for. I mean, if we're in that position,
I don't think so.
We'll be one of 5. I mean, if Will Levis end up being bad, then we will be.
Yeah. We'll see.
It just depends on that. That's why I said give them 10 games or like 12 games. Don't give them the whole season. Let's see if we actually if we actually did a good job in the draft. We ended up going like 4-0, 5-0,
right,
4-1. I take the season for what it is and just keep winning, just keep building the chemistry, and then we come off of Tannehill next year. He get a whole another season to see it being played right. See how our offense gonna go. We can see what we can add in next year. See what we really need. But ain't no reason to rush him in there. Like when Alex Smith was ahead of Tannehill, nobody even knew like Mahomes was good yet. Honestly,
right?
They knew in practice, but they didn't know for sure.
He was Mahomes.
And he came out just
10 touchdowns, 2 games.
Immediately went crazy.
Exactly.
It's next pick though. It's Tajay Spears' pick.
Tajay Spears, 5'10", 201-pound running back from Tulane with no ACL. So
arthritis.
And arthritis.
No ACL. He got a lot of juice though.
Man, he's electric, man.
He got a lot of juice.
And he's only missed 2 games in the last 2 years. So everybody's complaining about his ACL and all that. He was healthy last year.
Homie.
The first name that I saw when they were talking about that was Frank Gore. He had surgery twice in college, and then he had a long career.
Man,
I'm trying to figure out why he had 3 freshman seasons.
He didn't make it to the 5th game, and now one of them.
He must have, one. They still let him redshirt his freshman year. Then 2020 didn't count. Then he was still on his redshirt freshman year.
He took a COVID year, had to.
Yep.
The COVID year, he played 3 games.
Then they might have gave him a COVID redshirt. I don't know.
Thing about it is, he's never averaged less than 6 yards a carry. That's what's crazy.
Dude is electric, man.
He had 7.4 the COVID year before he stopped playing. I'm pretty sure he probably tore his ACL that year. And then didn't play. I mean, played in 2021 again. He hadn't missed a year for real.
No.
He must have tore back-to-back seasons his 2 freshman years.
21.
Now, I don't understand what having no ACL means because it's literally impossible to not have an ACL.
I wasn't athletic enough to tear my shit. I don't know.
Right, I mean, I was never exposed to
I wasn't out there doing my knee wasn't going no ways. It wasn't supposed to. I don't even have that type of change of direction apparently. Nah, I don't know how. Like, I don't know what it feels. I don't really know the recovery process. I know it's gotten way better over the years. Adrian Peterson pretty much changed the game on what people thought the ACL injury was.
Monster.
Ever since then, ever since he came back after that one season, right back at it, it's been everybody's. Is the ACL gets healed way faster. So
I'll say this, just like long story short of it, it's pretty much strengthening your quad again. get the strength back in your quad, and that pretty much protects the knee.
Right. So with him being so explosive too, that's a plus. But also at this running back position, how many running backs truly get to their second contract with the team that they get drafted by too? It don't happen.
It says 4 years.
Yes.
You got people like DJ Montgomery that's still out here, maybe, but like
Henry's an anomaly.
But every time
for that,
every running back that's gotten paid has reduced ever since then. Like every single one, other than McCaffrey's, came back up. McCaffrey came back up. He had to switch teams.
Loaded team.
Right.
Zeke, AK.
Didn't really do what he was supposed to do.
DJ Montgomery is looking like he's finna waste some money.
Go to jail.
That too. It's just, man, I'd rather have running back 4 or 5 years at a time. Like you ain't seen Kansas City have a constant running back for more than 2 or 3 years since Mahomes got in there. Exactly. You never see fucking Bill Belichick and them have a constant running back. Like they always like, you can win without having a constant running back.
Exactly. So people worried about the longevity of this pick. There is no longevity. It's not.
4 years.
We're going to run this guy, run the hell out of him for 3 or 4 years, and that'll be done. We'll draft another one of these guys. So, that's why they're not really, with the medical staff, they probably went to the medical staff as, hey, can his leg hold up for 4 years? That's probably the question that was asked, honestly. And the medical staff's probably, the arthritis won't kick in for maybe 5-6 years. But he's not in our plans for that long. So that's why I'm not really worried about it. I'm more excited about how explosive he is. Guy averaged over 6 yards a carry every year that he played.
Big play guy.
Can catch the ball out the backfield.
Yeah.
Allows us not to be as dependent on Henry if we don't want to be.
He averaged 11 yards out of the backfield.
Wow.
Catching out of the backfield.
Insane.
Now what I will say is, so he is electric, right? Okay.
Right.
We understand that.
He's a workhorse too.
What receivers were available at this time? And I can't remember.
3. A.T. Perry was still there. Tyler Scott was still there.
Yeah, so they had
Kayshawn Booty was still there.
I don't even want to talk about that one.
I like him, bro.
I do too. But I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna put a pin in that one because I definitely had something to say about that.
I was telling him the whole drive. I was like, bro, if we get down to like, because he was still in the 4th round when we drafted.
Yeah. He was in the 6th round.
I was like, bro, we need to grab. We picked Duncan right before him,
and he went the next pick.
He went the next pick because I had texted. I was like, hopefully he go undrafted because didn't nobody like his attitude when he was at LSU. I was like, bro, people not gonna play that attitude shit with Vrabel. That's not something that we gonna come in contact with. You want to play the attitude shit, you just gonna go boom. We wasted a 6th round pick. Fine.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but
I've been okay with that.
He also was supposed to be a top 10 pick before this year, so it was like he had plenty of potential.
I don't think you can put somebody like that in our young receiver room, though. We got malleable personalities in there.
No, bro, we got Westbrook Akina is a stand-up guy.
No, man. Westbrook Akina ain't moving that room.
Yeah,
Burks is the leader of that room. We'll be the leader of that room.
Burks not a leader.
Going forward, he will be the leader of that room.
Burks barely talks.
He will be the leader of that room going forward.
He barely talks.
And you don't want Booty coming in there.
Booty's not loud, though, bro. That wasn't a problem.
What was the problem? It was attitude issues. That rubs off on other guys.
Nah, it wasn't like a attitude problem like that. It was more so probably just kind of mad at the scheme and how things was going, bro.
How you think he's going to be in Tennessee?
He just got frustrated. He dropped the ball. The fans got on his ass. He didn't like that.
Sound like that quarterback we used to have.
Hey, man.
We don't need another one of that.
Hey, man.
Would y'all consider A.J. Brown a leader?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I say he pretty vocal, though. Like, he upbeat, like he want to be in front of the cameras. Like you see Treylon, bro, he country as fuck. He don't give a fuck about being in front of the camera, bro. He not about to ever like he fucking AJ in with the Eagles complaining about getting the ball.
Right.
I'm open.
I don't think Trey's ever gonna say anything like
about not getting
like nah, if we can give me some more catches or anything. Like Trey not even gonna speak out on nothing like that.
Right. That brings us to our next pick, Josh Wiley, big tight end from Cincinnati, 6'7", 248, and he moving.
I think it's everybody's second favorite pick, right? Outside of Peter up there. I think as soon as you watch the tape, bro, 6'7", moving, play wide receiver in high school, I think wanted to play wide receiver at Cincinnati. It just didn't end up working out.
He ended up running like a 4.5?
He looks like he runs it on tape.
He runs like a 4.6. He runs a 4.6. But
Probably
he's 6'7", and them strides can be deceiving too.
For sure. I love how you watch the tape. They motion it on the goal line. They're motioning this guy out to the X to Z, throwing them fades. Throwing fades, and he's coming down with them. You know? Yeah. He's running across formations, catching the ball underneath, taking it for 20, 30 up the sideline. You know, he's got deceptive speed. He's running up the seam, killing teams on the seam. him and Chig together. What do y'all think about that, man?
So he would be more so, I guess, a possession tight end, and Chig's more so that threat.
How are you supposed to cover them two?
I think Chig's like a legit receiving threat, though. This guy is too, but it's going to be more so middle of the field. Like, his work is middle of the field.
Right.
And I think our 2 tight end sets just got, like, nobody was scared of Swaim at all. Like, you're not worried about Swaim. No. I think this guy right here, brother, just the way he run routes is a lot better. I think the only thing that I had like a red flag is his production is different from his highlights. Like, he wasn't producing that much.
Yeah.
I think that's why he fell.
I feel like every single catch he has is on that highlight tape.
True.
Which I can't complain about. I like every single catch. Like, I like every play on the highlight tape. So I'm not going to complain too much about it.
Right.
I think that's just the only thing that was eye-popping out to me. Like, damn, this motherfucker only had 600 receiving yards in 2 years.
In 2 years? I was about to say,
2
I was
years.
about to ask, what did he have after Ritter left? I'm sure he struggled with
Oh, well, he had 900. He had 300 like every single year. He had 350, 330, 320.
consistent.
So 2 years with Ritter, he had 350 and 330. He averaged 12 yards a catch, though.
He wasn't fed by Ritter, too. They had that receiver that went really decently high last year.
Receivers. They had Tyler Scott still.
So he wasn't getting. I'd love to see what that was relative to his target share.
I feel like with us, though, if you come out, obviously we got 5 more games than what they had. If he come out, he get 500 yards for rookie year. That's possible, or even 400. I'll take 400 from him.
Having a competent blocking tight end is, I'll take whatever.
Swaim maybe had 150 receiving yards last year.
Yeah,
he might have ended up negative. I ain't gonna lie. He might end up negative. All them damn screens.
I was gonna say we fed him screen passes. I swear, if I would have saw another Swaim screen pass,
I think we got better with that pick, bro. He can still block. He can block a little bit. I think we got better with that pick.
That's an A+ pick, because now that you're talking about it, they're an AAC team, so they have to have talent all around.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And quarterback like Ritter, he went third round.
He went third, but he was.
But coming out the AAC,
he was one of the higher ones.
He had to be a great quarterback. Like, he had to know how to spread the ball.
When you see his tape, he looked nice.
He looked good.
I'm not gonna lie. You got to think he's starting for Atlanta this year.
Right.
Coming out.
As much bad press as he has in Atlanta, I think he'll do well.
He didn't even do that bad for them, honestly.
Right.
They was just on a down year, and they fans is just as bad as us.
They toxic, boy.
You come in. I mean, I would be toxic too if we lost as much as them. I ain't gonna lie.
I'd still be toxic if we had that Super Bowl loss, they did. Our Super Bowl loss was bad.
They're mad that they drafted Bijan. I can't be mad at them no either. You got two running backs already. You go and draft Bijan just to be the face.
Right.
Well, you can tell from firsthand. Art Smith already know running backs being the face of the franchise is not the way to go.
And he still ain't learned his lesson.
But they probably just trying to get back into some winning seasons. Right. So I'm definitely gonna pick him up on my fantasy team. I ain't worried about it.
No, he's gonna eat down there.
Yeah.
So we got a next pick at 186, Jaylen Duncan, big tackle from Maryland, big athletic tackle, 6'6", 306. Vrabel and Rand raved about him in the press conference. What do y'all think about that pick?
Hey, he's gonna be a good project to have. I think you see what's it call it? The Eagles and them, bro. A lot of their best linemen turned out they was projects. Kelsey was a project. Mulata was a project. Like these is projects that they be picking up. I think this is one of our projects. If we do good, teach it, get his technique correct, bro, he's gonna be.
If he starts this year at left tackle, because he's a left tackle.
Nah, he's not starting.
Not this year.
Nah, he won't touch that field this year unless it's an injury.
Okay, so I won't. I can't grade it well. I'll give it a B. Because if he were to just somehow become a starter this year, we win.
I think our thing was last year though. We had to start daily because Taylor got hurt ASAP. Right. I think we're not trying to get in that position where we got to go pick up the worst available tackle, literally in the league. Like, you got to think if somebody even had a backup like Jaylen, they wasn't going to just cut him. At that point. So even if he do end up, kind of being able to be halfway of a starter throughout the year, we already got him on there. When our tackles get hurt, look like we can probably teach him how to play right, left, guard. He probably gonna learn every position while he with us. He just gonna have to learn our playbook. So I think that's good depth to have in there. And I'm pretty sure we grabbed another tackle in the undrafted free agency.
We did.
And we paid him like $160K signing bonus. So we probably got high hopes on him too.
Right.
Yeah, Rand does want to see that bullshit we put out at left tackle this year.
Yeah, bro. You got to think we was getting down to where we didn't have no more linemen left some games.
We had
like
guys
if somebody
outside the facility.
If one more person got hurt, that was it for some games. I ain't gonna lie. Them last couple games,
it was rough.
No, I want to give this. If he ends up starting, I'll give it a B. Right, I'll change my grade to a B.
Right.
Just looking at it now, I want to give it a C. Just because, again, Kayshawn got picked right after this, and I was sitting here thinking, dang, he's still on the board.
Right.
He got picked. I'm like, we look on the outside looking in, we definitely need another wide
Let me see
receiver.
Kayshawn Booty's
sure.
stats from last, because I didn't look up the stats from last year, but I know his stats before that was
After
He had that 300-some yard game
the
versus Ole Miss.
versus
the
Ole
reason he
Miss.
failed those because I don't even know how to say this. Him and his coach were I don't even know how to say.
Him and his coach didn't like each other.
No,
basically.
they were doing something else with the recruiting staff.
What?
See, I don't know. That's why I don't like his best year was his freshman year.
That obviously Vrabel and Rand talked about it after the draft. They were incredibly low on this wide receiver class anyway.
They had to be good. I mean,
They said every pick was easy.
Right. That's what they said. Of course, I don't expect them to say anything.
Freshman year, 735, averaging 16 a catch. That's the year where he had Joe Burrow and them, obviously. Next year, he played 6 games, had 9 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Got hurt.
6 games, 9 touchdowns.
500 yards. And then this year he played 11 games and only had 2 touchdowns and 538.
See, that inconsistency. We've got that already. We got Racey
I can
McMahon.
understand that. Then
We've got inconsistent receivers on our roster. We don't need to add to that.
My thing was, bro, when he catch the ball, you watch some tape, bro, he looked like A.J. Brown when he catch the ball.
Right.
Like the way he catch the ball and he moving afterwards for them little highlights, he looked like A.J. Brown. That was the only thing. He looked like he can play outside and be a number 1 if he wanted to. But
Right. Let him bring us to another dynamic receiver that we picked up. Well, I say another.
Colton
The
Dowell.
only receiver we picked up, but he's dynamic as hell. Colton Dowell from hometown kid, UT Martin, 6'3", 215, and blazing fast.
I don't think you can go wrong with the hometown kids, bro. I feel like your last few picks, you always got to get somebody from Tennessee, from the area. I think that definitely helps you out, man.
The last one we drafted from Tennessee this close was, I want to say, is it Byard?
Didn't we get Hunter?
We didn't draft him.
He's from Byard, not from here though. He's from here.
I'm saying even like
He went to Wilson Central.
Yeah, from Lebanon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he went to Wilson Central.
he's a legit 100% hometown dude. Yeah, and he's dynamic too. He killed Tennessee, and you turn on the highlight tape, and he's got production. You turn on the highlight tape, he's blowing by guys. I'd like to see what he does. I'm curious to see what he does coming in training camp and preseason to see how dynamic he truly is and adjusting to the speed of the game. But they said that in the visits they had with him, when he was next to the Power 5 guys, he looks just like a Power 5 guy. He carries himself like a Power 5 guy.
I mean, he's 6'3" and with 215. That's
Great character, but you can't.
You can't go wrong with a pick like that, especially at 228. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
The question is, will he be better than Dez Fitzpatrick?
I don't think as much.
Nah, I think he'll be better than Dez. It's even, bro. Like he had damn near 3,000 reception yards in his college career. But that's another thing about everybody we picked up, bro. Everybody except for Will started at least 3 years in college. I think that's important, bro.
And they all athletic as hell.
We
The least athletic guy we drafted was Skoronski, and he's athletic.
yeah.
Everybody else is athletic as hell. So you could see the direction that Rand and Vrabel went in with what they said of, hey, we got to get faster. We're one of the slowest teams in the league. We got to get more athletic as a team. And they did that with this draft. They set out for that. They said that before, and it's clear that was their plan with this draft. They damn near went best player available in the draft.
They did.
And there's no problem doing that when
I think
Like,
that's
this
why we
year's a
got.
bridge year,
I think
bro.
that's why we got such a high grade, bro.
Yeah, this year's a bridge year. And when you go best player available like that, it helps you when you spread talent evenly across your roster. It helps you better deal with injuries than what we had. Last year we had injuries and it killed us because we focused more on plugging holes. This year with this best player available strategy in the draft, it's like San Francisco when they got 3 running backs in there that can all step in and do their thing.
Yeah.
They've got 3 edge guys that can step in and do their thing. That's why I'm sort of happy about this draft. That'll segue us into our grades, but I'm really happy with the draft overall. Levis, we'll see with him.
We'll see, bro.
We'll see.
I think that's
go on his 2021
that's
tape.
I'm not gonna say it's gonna make or break this draft for us, but it's definitely gonna see our outlook on whether we real deal in a rebuild now,
Right.
or if we just at like a little bridge where we might take one little step down for a year to pick it back up the next year.
Right.
But
I like this draft too.
years like this is where you kind of figure out if you like a real franchise or not, though.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
like the Eagles, the Steelers, people like that, they're not gonna have too many down years. Like the Cowboys,
No.
anybody that's been around for a long time, they're not gonna have too many down years. Minnesota will never have too many down years.
Right.
Fucking
Green Bay.
Packers not gonna have too many. We got to figure out if we either gonna be in that class or we gonna be with the fucking Panthers or
Right.
we're gonna be with the goddamn Browns, Houston. We're gonna be with goddamn Indiana. Don't have too many down years either. Honestly, they've been on
always
a run.
even kill.
Yeah, until until goddamn Andrew Luck goddamn.
To deuces.
Yeah, hit the deuces on them, which I can't even fault them for that. That was unexpected. They had a quarterback for the next 20, and
they still made the playoffs.
He gave up.
Too. The year he retired.
Right.
Yeah.
So that brings us to the grades, man. Trell, what are you grading this draft?
I give it a
overall.
B. I give it a B. I like everybody except for obviously got my reservations on Will Levis, but I like everybody. I think we literally went highest available. Even in our fucking we got some people in our in our undrafted free agents that I think people be sleeping on like the late picks.
Tart was undrafted, wasn't
he? Yeah.
So
which we usually do good with kind of getting some undrafted guys that stick around for a while. Like what is Gibby started some games last year? I'm pretty sure he went undrafted last year. Like we don't be discriminating on if you out there and you balling, bro, you gonna play for us. So I think that's another thing.
Every linebacker we had was injured.
Yeah.
Right.
And the fact that we didn't pick one up is crazy.
Yeah, they like Gibby, bro. I'm telling you, Vrabel loves Gibby. That's the thing, bro. I think they be hurting us sometimes too.
Gibby's the
Gibbons.
doctor.
Jack Gibbons.
Yeah, Dr.
Gibbons.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he fucks with him.
Right. Going into the draft though, we looked at O-line, it was atrocious, right? Mm-hmm. We look at our receiver room, it's atrocious. That still is. But with the picking up of Skoronski, versatility, Duncan gives us some depth at tackle. That's turned O-line into a strength.
And we got Brunskill, and we now we actually got options. Like they going
right. Everybody plays.
We got guards that's gonna compete. Ain't nobody just going in starting like last. Like Nate Davis is gonna start.
Right.
Shit like that. I think that definitely helped us out. We got that one receiver from Georgia too. We forgot about him.
Yeah, I forget his name. What's his name?
Jackson. Kearis Jackson.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think our O-line will probably have a way better year. I don't know if we still got that O-line coach that people have been complaining about. I don't know if
he's out of there.
He's out.
Yeah,
okay.
He's out.
So we got a new O-line coach too.
I think.
He went to the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'll help us out too. Just a little change of scenery there. Hopefully our DBs. We didn't get a DB this draft. That's what I really wanted a DB this draft instead of a running back because we already had what's the collar back there? What's his name that we picked up last year?
McCreary?
Nah, not McCreary.
McCreary.
I'm talking about a running back. Like I would instead of that's the only thing I would have switched. Yeah, Haskins. Yeah. Instead of Spears, I would have grabbed a DB.
Right.
In the third, like original pick. Yeah.
At the time, not Jaylen. Joey Porter Jr. was on the board when Tajay got picked up.
Nah, no, he wasn't. No.
He got picked.
Nah, he went first. He was the first.
Levis.
He was the first pick in the second round. Yeah. He went to the Steelers.
Oh, I'm tripping. I'm thinking Kelly Ringo.
Oh,
Ringo.
Keely Ringo was on there. Keely Ringo was on there damn near until Duncan.
He was the first. He was the first pick in the fourth.
Yeah. Georgia North took him.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's...
But I guess that you could think of that as maybe a vote of confidence in McCreary and Fulton. Mm-hmm. You know, that's what I would
really
take it as.
I like that secondary. I really do like that secondary.
Don't forget about Avery Jones now, Bear.
Avery Jones has done. He did really well.
I tried to tell him earlier, and he was like, "Man, get Avery the fuck out of there." I was like, "Bro, if you look at the stats, he balling.
He did.
He's been balling for like 3 games now."
I had to wake up for sure.
Yeah, nah, he hooped.
So if you look at that in our DBs, we got McCreary, Fulton, Avery Jones.
Still got Farley.
And I don't count Farley. He's too busy at Larry.
I was hoping that nobody even say it.
So only reason why I bring him up is
I have seen him in the preseason. Like he been up there at the. They've been all working out together and shit at the facility.
The only reason why I bring him up is because he's coming into that year that he's coming to his 3rd year. So Jeff Okudah just got traded, right?
Yeah.
So if he can just stay on the field and we can find a suitable trade partner, if he doesn't play well, I'll be okay with that.
Yeah.
No, I'd ready to get him out of there. You're right.
I would too. I think you gotta give him another year though. I think
he's just got to put some on tape.
Right. He can't stay on the field. Every time he gets on the field, he's getting taken off or he's injured.
To me, he don't look like a football. He don't look like a football player out there, bro.
Remember he got injured last year. He wasn't even in the game. He got injured on the sideline.
Yeah.
Like,
I think somebody got rolled over on the sideline.
Yeah, that's the type of shit we're dealing with here. He's unlucky.
He just don't look like a football. He don't look like a football player out there though. Like he look like he athletic, but he look like he lining up. He looks scared when he lining up, bro. I'm like, bro, we can't. He don't look like he got no confidence out there.
He don't look like McCreary line up.
McCreary line up. He mouth. Hitting you. He were talking shit. Farley won't even cuss at you.
I think that's the reason why they didn't go DB this year, though. So they want to give him another chance, and I don't want to say we loaded, but we're okay. And we also have Elijah Molden.
Forgot about him.
He was hurt all last year.
Oh yeah, we got Molden.
That's 4 serviceable DBs that's grown into their own too.
I like Molden.
The only thing I don't like about Molden is the fact that he can't. I don't think he can play outside at all.
He can't. He's inside. He's tight end stopper only though.
But the thing is, McCreary was a lot better inside too, though.
No, he wasn't.
He was better inside than he was outside.
I don't know if you remember. He was getting torched on the inside because he kept ended up on people like Mo Alley Cox.
Yeah, he got torched outside too, though.
He wasn't getting torched on the outside like that. But when he only played the outside at the beginning of the year, he played good.
He did well then.
Then he moved inside and outside. You're doing keep him on the outside. Just keep him on the outside. But he's an outside guy. He don't need to mix in. We need to find somebody else to mix in if we're gonna mix in.
Molden's supposed to be a guy. He's got to stay healthy.
Molden, him staying healthy is pretty key.
Or put that Adams kid in there. Do we still got Adams?
I don't think we retained him. He was decent though.
That's safety. He did some good
Yeah,
work.
he was decent.
Had a bad injury though. He might not start out the year.
Did he get hurt?
Yeah, he tore his
patellar tendon.
Yeah,
I didn't know he did that.
He got hurt.
He played good for us though. I don't
he was
think
really good. We got him off the waiver wire. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah. So what did you grade the draft now?
I give it a B+.
Give it a B+.
My sway is Jaylen Duncan. Honestly, if he can figure out how to get on the field this year, this will make this draft 100 times better.
I say if we get even like a remotely close to a Mulata type transition to the league with him, dude, that would put that O-line into the upper echelons of the league with Skoronski.
We'll be top 5.
Duncan, I like Brew at center. We got Levin there too. And NPF will come to his own at right tackle. He might even. I don't know if he might get moved to.
I think we forget that we even. I forget that we even got NPF back there sometimes because he started off good and ended up bad.
Yeah,
but he was probably so young. And he was like, I'm gonna just for about 6 games.
Like he has sway room though because he was a rookie.
Yeah.
No. And he was his first time playing 17 games. When he fiddled out, it was probably around that 11, 12 game mark. Because
them rookies coming into the league, they don't stop.
They've only been playing 10, 11 games, yeah.
No, they do that, and then they go through all the pre-draft process.
They probably burnt out.
Yeah. And he just win like over the course of the year. That's a lot of miles on them legs throughout the year. So I think he'll do a lot better this year.
Man, our wide receiver room is young as hell, though. We don't got anybody over 30.
I like that.
Chris Moore is our oldest. He's 29, and then we got
Westbrook King is what, 27, 28?
He's 26.
Damn.
I'm
everybody else young, which I'm fine with.
Westbrook King ain't been in the league for 4 years at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had to be young when he came in.
Racy McMahon's still young. Really, that's what we need him to. If he turns into anything,
that's a huge get
because he's athletic. He's the most athletic out of all of them, honestly.
According to Vrabel, he had one of the better preseasons out of everybody.
He did, and he got hurt immediately. So, He didn't come in until like week 13.
It was a big injury.
He was hurt the entire year.
Yeah, it was a big injury. So that's. I hate to say that we got our eggs in the Racy McMahon's basket, but we need him to really come to his own to really help that room, man.
I mean,
unless we're gonna sign somebody or get somebody.
Honestly,
like Corey Davis maybe.
You act like Chris Moore didn't have some good games last year, bro.
He's a better, more athletic Nick Westbrook King.
Exactly. I think Chris Moore will probably be the person that'll.
He had such a good game. I picked him up on fantasy.
He'll probably have a better year than what's it call it. I think he'll have a better year this year than Woods had last year.
Yeah.
Woods is so bad, bro.
We were bad last year.
We were bad. I don't think Woods is bad. I think we were bad, and he just
he didn't do. Like he was running in quicksand.
He didn't go out his way to help. Yeah, I don't think he's as fast as he used to be.
No, that injury really hurt him because he, like I said, he looked all year. He looked like he was running in quicksand. No explosiveness. Not nearly as much as he had in L.A.
He would take jet suits to the crib.
Yeah, in L.A.
He wouldn't. He's not near close to that. But
we still got the second best odds to win the division.
Against Jacksonville?
As of right now, yeah. Jacksonville's minus 160. We're plus 350. Colts plus 550. Texans plus 800.
The homer in me thinks there's some value in that.
Oh, man.
Man.
So I'll say this. We got a lot of depth in the O-line.
Right.
We got our, let's just quote it, quarterback of the future, right?
Right.
Tajay Spears, I'm pretty sure he'll come. I understand what you're saying about Haskins. Because I don't know, I have no idea. What
Haskins didn't look that good to me though. I like Spears more than Haskins, but I would like the DB there.
I don't know what Haskins can be, but
shit, all he was last year was kick return.
I think he's a basic runner.
What, 5 yards a carry, 6 yards per carry, or
6,
11 yards a catch?
6, yeah.
Explosive.
Needed.
He ain't never had nothing lower than 6. It's went anywhere from 6 to 7. That's explosive. That's having good vision.
Right, and he's running between the tackles too.
He's a 3-down back. I'm not saying he's going to be our 3-down back, but he's a 3-down back. I would rather us not just bring him in on 3rd down. Like, it's time for Henry to not start off some series. If we just start off a series with him,
like if we have an 11 play drive, he needs to get at least 6.
I'd say bring him down, bring him out on 1st downs. Like every other first down, bring him out and just mix up what we do.
Right.
Josh Wiley, he makes our 12, 22 personnel. Him and Tajay Spears, they make our 22 personnel.
Our ace
much
packages
better.
are nasty.
Yeah, so and it, like we can have one receiver, like us having one receiver on the field this year. If it's Traylon Burks, we got Josh Wiley and Chig on the field. I'm not mad at it.
No, you can sort of count Chig. You can pencil him in as a receiver, man.
You can pencil him in as a receiver.
We got
The way he
depth.
runs, too,
I'll
yeah.
tell you what, we got depth. If we ain't got anything, we still got tight ends. Our line has depth now for the first time in like 2 years.
Depth at the running back position.
DBs, we got depth.
That's what makes me say
Running
this
back's
is a
the only
bridge
place
year.
that we don't have depth. Literally,
We're running back.
I mean, no quarterback. No, not quarterback. Wide receiver is the only place that we don't have depth.
Right.
We don't have like talented depth.
We got depth, but we got a lot of people there, but we don't got people that anybody believes in for sure, other than
That's
Treylon.
It's really our worst.
Worst position.
Yeah, it's our worst position.
And I can go into a year with that. I'm fine with that. With that being our worst. Like Ravens did it for 3 years in a row and still won their division a couple times with receiver being literally the worst, but having one good ass tight end.
We ain't gonna turn into no Andy Reid offense overnight anyway. We're gonna come out here, smack people in the mouth, play good defense.
I think that's what people be forgetting, bro. We don't have to score. We just need to score
20 points.
21 points, bro. We can't average 14 points.
If we score 20, 21 points, we're winning about 8 times out of 10.
Yeah,
You know?
because our defense didn't really change.
No, we're getting Landry back. That's the change.
We're getting Landry back. We kept Kevin Byard.
For now.
Who's the Audrey Key? I think that's his name.
Arden Key.
He's gonna be
so
pretty good.
him replacing Bud Dupree. I like that.
Still got Autry.
We did lose David Long, but we replaced him with the linebacker from San Francisco.
Ozzy.
Yeah, I can't say his
He's
name.
high energy, man.
Aziz.
Yeah, I remember watching that when we played them Thursday night. It was the first game AJ Brown came back, and I was like, we finally got our fucking receiver back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a baller.
Yeah.
He was out there with 2 arm braces because he fucked up both his elbows out there making tackles. Bro.
Smacking folks. He hit like Rashawn Evans, but he's smarter than Rashawn.
He ain't running into the wrong gap like Rashawn Evans or trying to run in the cover, run into his hook curl, and just turn his back to the quarterback on some dumb shit.
Was Amani Hooker hurt this year?
Yeah. He was hurt a little bit.
Yeah,
he had concussion issues.
He was hurt about half the game, half the games.
Okay.
He probably played like 10 games, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like our weakest groups maybe are wide receiver and I want to say cornerback, but we have depth at cornerback.
I'd probably say linebacker, honestly.
Yeah,
All we got is that kid. I mean, we got unproven people other than even Aziz is a little unproven.
well,
We only play with 2 linebackers anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, we run nickel.
yeah,
So,
you're talking about
you know.
Gibby and we picked up the Cowboys linebacker who's also a special teams ace.
Yeah, so
Ah,
they say
yeah, I
he's
forgot about
gonna-
him.
He's
So,
going to
yeah.
contribute a little bit, but we run nickel.
But
So
the
you know.
linebacker from San Francisco, he should come in, bring an edge to our defense.
Right.
that We
Tell you about it. I think Gibby gonna start next year. I think they like Gibby.
I think he will.
Gibby came in and balled out though. I ain't gonna lie, he balled out.
Linebacker's probably one of the most rotational.
It's the
positions
easiest.
on
It's the
field.
easiest. It's one of the easiest ones to play. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah, so
Linebacker, and running back.
You literally can play 2 downs, 3rd down. Hey, you go ahead, defend the pass, bro. Go ahead, you got it. I don't feel like doing it. I want to hit somebody.
Exactly.
I'm cool with
sure.
that.
So I think that'll be it, man. We appreciate y'all. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna start doing the podcast here in the next few weeks. Studio's being completed.
We're doing a Cinco de Mayo stream. I'm bullshitting.
We're gonna do the Cinco de Mayo stream at the Mexican restaurant.
Catch us at El Bracero.
We're gonna have the Vrabel vest on and everything. Just wait on it. But yeah, man. So that'll be that, man. Y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think about the draft, how y'all feel about the Levis pick, what kind of grades y'all got on us, man, and we'll holler at y'all. Appreciate it.
Peace.
Peace.